Hey, welcome to the Attic Manadad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. And what is fun, if you like it, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, I know some of you are not fans of Universes Beyond, especially these small sets. And I did have an experience. I did go to the pre-release. I'm going to talk about that. I think the set makes a lot of the same mistakes Spider-Man does. But if you are a Ninja Turtle fan, and you want to check out what you can play online on your computer, you're in the right place, because that's what we're going to do today. I don't know how much I'm going to actually be covering Ninja Turtles on this channel, because the Spider-Man stuff did not do very well, and lost me a lot of subscribers. So there you go. If you like just regular other Magic content, just hang around. I'm going to have some good budget decks using some of the new Ninja Turtle cards. I think you'll find lots of stuff you like if you're just a regular Magic player. And if you're a Turtle player or Turtle fan who doesn't really know Magic, I'm going to try to do my best to keep this as beginner friendly as I can. Okay, so presumably you know Magic the Gathering is a card game. It's been around for 30 years. They've started licensing characters from other universes. We had Avatar: The Last Airbender. We had Final Fantasy. We have some Marvel stuff now, and now we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a kid. I watched the cartoon. I never, I sort of missed the wave of the comic books. You know, you would hear as a kid, oh, the comic books, they're so much more intense and adult. I never got into that, but I liked the cartoon as a kid. I remember watching the live action movies as a kid and being really shocked when the Turtles used foul language. I haven't watched the recent cartoon Turtle movies or read any of the new Turtle stuff, but it looks like the set is a big mix of stuff. So no matter what kind of Turtle fan you are, there's probably going to be a reference or two that you don't get, and probably going to be lots of references that you do get. So let's take a look. There's a number of ways to play this set, and one of the easiest ways is on MTG Arena. Of course, you can go into your local game store. You've missed the pre-release now. That was this weekend. But because I played the pre-release with my Arena code, I do get extra packs here, which is what I'm claiming. So, but I don't get them till March 3rd, apparently. So there we go. We can play Turtles today, but we can't open those packs yet. But we can open these packs that we get. So let's open these up and just take a look at some of these cards. And if you do want to see Sealed and Draft, that's coming up, stick around. We'll definitely get to that. I don't know if we're going to have time for Standard. I do have to pick up my children from school. So we'll see how long it takes to do a Sealed and a Draft. So we got Dark Leo and Shredder. Interesting. Must be a storyline where Leo got controlled here. And this shows you the sneak mechanic, which is kind of like ninjutsu. If you're an old school Magic player, you know ninjutsu. It lets an unblocked attacker come back to your hand, and then in the case of sneak, it can either cast a spell or put in a new attacker, like this one. This is a 1/3. It's going to give attacking ninjas death touch. So you lift this back. Hopefully you have another ninja that they've blocked, and then that gets death touch. And then when it deals combat damage, you're going to create a 1/1 black ninja creature token. Then if you control 5 or more ninjas, that player loses half their life rounded up. Probably good for Commander. Now, if you are a Commander player, and that's sort of like the 4-player, more board game-like version of Magic, can't play that on Arena. You can play it on MTGO, Magic the Gathering Online, which is the very old online way to play Magic. You can also play it in paper, sort of the most popular way to play Magic. So the Turtle set very geared toward Commander players, and we do sort of have a Commander-ish format here on Arena, which is called Brawl, and I'll definitely be making a couple Ninja Turtle-based Brawls. I mean, April O'Neil Hacktivist is a great one to build around. This is a 4-mana 1/5 at the beginning of your end step. Draw a card for each card type among spells you've cast this turn. So always great to have a commander that draws you cards. April O'Neil. And then let's look at our other rare here. Leonardo's technique, and this is an example of Sneak being on a spell. You can see the type there is sorcery. So for 3 and a white mana, you return 1 or 2 target creature cards, each with mana value 3 or less, from your graveyard to the battlefield. All right, and then we got some uncommons, Courier of Comestibles, Old Hob. This is like, okay, we're going to have to talk about this. So I have opened 9 total Ninja Turtle packs in paper, and I have like many copies, especially of the commons. They're really just as a small set. It's, I mean, if you want to collect all the cards, it's going to be easy because they're just, especially the commons and uncommons, you're just going to have so many of each one. And if you are new to Magic, it generally makes sense to just outright buy the cards you want, not to go cracking packs and look for them. But if you do like to crack packs, then draft and sealed are the way to play, and that's what we're going to play today on Arena. So we've got lots of stuff. Action News Crew. I don't think we actually have any of the common. Nope, we do. So they're printing legendary creatures at common. There's a lot of discussion about this. I think it's a huge design mistake. Personally, I think it was one of the worst parts of the pre-release. I think it's because they're catering to collectors. They want to make sure if you're a Turtles fan, you're going to get a card with one of your favorite turtles on it. So they've made a bunch of the turtle cards common, like this one. So as you can see, we've got Michelangelo Game Master, and but then, you know, we also get Dark Leo. We get April O'Neil as a major character. This card references Leonardo. I think they're going overboard. I think they would be fine. If you're a Turtles fan, you're probably, you know, happy to get a Foot Mystic or Mind Transfer Protocol. Look at this crazy turtle art. You know, Manhole Missile with, looks like, is that Bebop or Rocksteady throwing it? So, like, I think they're going overboard. They don't need to put these at common. It really messes up the play experience. And if you don't play Magic, just making a creature or any kind of card legendary means you can't have a second copy on your side. Opponent can play their copy. And that's sort of like a way to say, like, okay, you know, Michelangelo is unique. But they made a bunch of different versions of Michelangelo. You can have all those on your board. So it's sort of like, what's the point? And I don't want them to do a non-legendary Michelangelo. I just want them not to do it at common. You know, just save your marquee characters at least for uncommon. Probably should save them for rare and mythic. And there are 4 rarities. Again, I'm going to try to explain this if you're a newbie. I'm sorry to everybody who already knows this. Common, uncommon, rare, and then mythic rare are the 4 rarities in Magic cards. And so you can tell just by the color of the icon here. So you've got a little black and white turtle, that's common. When it goes silver, that's uncommon. When it goes gold, that's rare. And this one here, that's kind of coppery, whatever, is mythic. Okay, so if you're cracking a pack and you want to know if a card is generally worth something, if it's mythic, it's probably going to be worth a decent amount, at least a couple bucks. If it's rare, anywhere from 50 cents to, you know, 40 bucks. If it's a very highly played rare in a new set, looks like they're hitting 40, even 50 bucks sometimes. I ended up the pre-release with 2 Super Shredders, which are mythic rares. I opened one in my 6 packs, and I also traded for one. So, you know, the other way to get cards is trading, besides just buying them outright. And I don't know, people don't trade as much anymore, but it's a fun way to kind of engage in the game of Magic. Now here's the previous set. Looks like I have 5 packs I haven't opened from this previous set. This is called Lorwyn Eclipsed. This is set in a Magic universe called Lorwyn. It's really sweet. It's kind of like dark fairy tale style. Got lots of cool stuff in it. If you like just the game of Magic, maybe you've come for Turtles, but you'd find out you play the game and it's pretty fun. Check out some of the other sets. And here we'll go to the home screen on Arena. This is a free download. There's ways to play, free to play. When you sign up, there's a really cheap way to get some gems to do events. So stick around on this channel. I am eventually going to release all my tips for playing online for free. I have a free spells account where I don't put a dime in. I'm able to build all kinds of decks. I'm able to enter all kinds of events. It is possible to do, even if you don't play that. And I don't play that account that regularly. So I know Magic can be very expensive, but there are ways to play it for free or cheap. So here, if we go to events, we're going to see there is still Quick Draft Lore when Eclipsed. If you're not a fan of Turtles, jump in, but you are a new player, jump into Quick Draft Lore when Eclipsed. They don't release the Quick Draft of a new set until, like, I think 1 or 2 weeks in to the set usually. So the ways to play Turtles are going to be sealed, which is what we're going to play in a second here. Premier Draft, Pick 2 Draft, Traditional Draft, Traditional Sealed, and that the traditionals just mean it's a best of 3. That's like the classic way to play Magic. If you don't have a lot of time, best of 1. I know, hardcore Magic players say best of 1 is not Magic, and I understand that perspective, but I'm a busy dad. Sometimes I've only got time to play best of 1. Best of 1 is a great way to sample things. There are advantages to best of 1 for certain players. So there's Jump In. Unfortunately, this is also a really good beginner format. This is where you just get 2 20-card decks and then mash them together, and then you have a deck and you play against other people who are doing that. Unfortunately, they don't look like they have that for Turtles. So if you want to play Turtles, your main ways here are going to be Sealed, Premier Draft, Pick 2 Draft, Traditional Sealed. They will do a quick draft for it, I think, at some point in a week or 2. If you're willing to play the Turtle cards in other sets, then you can play Brawl, you can play Standard. I don't know how many Turtle cards will be good in Pioneer and Historic and Timeless. Those are all formats that use a much wider array of cards from many more years. Standard just uses sets from the last 3 years. Man, I hope I'm not overwhelming some of you newbies with all this information. And thank you to all the non-newbies who are sticking around to hear what you already know. Without further ado, let's get into the sealed. I'm going to write down the time codes for people who are not watching. So we're about 12 and a half minutes in for sealed. So let's do this. We get, it's cost 2,000 gems, which is kind of steep, but you're going to get 6 packs here. Is that 6 packs? And packs nowadays have 14 cards. And hey, speaking of Super Shredder, we got him. There's a lot of talk about this card. This should be a card that actually is played in older formats because it just gets better the more things that activate it. This is a 1/1 menace. Whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on a Super Shredder. Obviously, in this format, there's mutagen tokens that can trigger Super Shredder. Almost anything, the sneak stuff of creatures bouncing off the battlefield triggers Super Shredder. I had Super Shredder in my pool. Mostly people just removed it immediately. I had one game where opponent did not draw removal, and Super Shredder came down on turn 2 and just demolished them and won the game. I also had this in my sealed pool, Chrome Dome. I think this is really good. There's a blue-red artifacts deck that this is excellent in, but there's lots of synergies in the other decks with it. I like it. Does machines. This is another one people are talking about here. 1 and a blue. This is a class enchantment, which means you kind of just hangs out on the board, has an effect, and then you can level it up here. So it comes out level 1, which you get to mill 2, draw 2, discard 2. So that just gives you a little card, what they call card filtering. You shape your hand and to get the best cards in it. For 1 and a blue, when it becomes level 2, return up to 2 artifact cards from your graveyard to your hand. So that's kind of a draw 2 if it's set up. So maybe you've discarded when you were discarding the things when you first cast it, you discard some artifacts. And then 4 and a blue, at the beginning of your combat on your turn, put 3 +1/+1 counters on target artifact you control. If it isn't a creature, it becomes a 0/0 robot creature in addition to its other types. We've got a rare Donatello here, Gadget Master, 3/2 sneak for 2. When it deals combat damage, you create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control. Again, that's really for the red-blue artifact deck, it looks like. Slash, this is not a bad sealed card. Usually your big bomby creatures are pretty nice in sealed. 7/5 alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's great, especially if you're making a lot of tokens. And when it attacks, it's going to make a 2/2 red mutant creature token. Also got Cool But Rude. And whenever you attack, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. This is another card I think people like, because this is pretty good in some decks that are playing standard right now. 2 mana. Whenever you discard this card, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Interesting. And then for another 2, when this class becomes level 3, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, shuffle, then discard a card at random. Not as bad as you think, but also not always as good, because what if the card you wanted you didn't want in the graveyard? Turtle Van. This card is an absolute bomb, and this is going in any deck, so this is a great one to open for us. It's 3 mana. It's a vehicle, which is a magic mechanic, which is for like cars and things that are vehicles. So you have to tap a creature or enough creatures to give the power of the crew cost. In this case, it's crew 1, so it just basically anybody can drive the turtle van. And when it attacks, you're going to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature that crewed it. And then if that creature is a mutant, ninja, or turtle, you double the number of counters on it. So almost everything in this set is a mutant, ninja, or turtle. Super Shredder, mutant, ninja, human. It's a robot ninja. This is a mutant berserker turtle, mutant ninja turtle. So lots of good stuff there. And you can nowadays, it used to be you only got 1 rare per pack, but nowadays you can get up to 3 rares in what's called a play booster. If you want the fancy art cards, if you're a turtle collector, you want probably do the collector booster. It's kind of expensive. You don't get as many cards. So if you're into volume, go with the play boosters, or just go with, the bulk bin after people have sold all their turtle cards. Okay, so the word is that you want to be black, and we definitely want to be black because of Super Shredder. Let's do that. Dream Beavers is a great ninjutsu or a sneak thing. Splinter, I had this in my pre-release. That was good. Tunnel Rats has a lot to do. Stomp by the Foot is removal. Goes well with Tunnel Rats. I'm not going to be... I don't know how... You guys can leave a comment and let me know how much detail you want me to go into with stuff. If I'm boring you with breaking all this stuff down of the Magic basics, you got to let me know. So then it's a question of what we're combining with the black. We didn't actually have that. Look at this. Like, we don't have that many black cards. I guess we're definitely playing Splinter. Would we do... Oh, yeah. We would definitely play our Orokusakis, even though, again, common, legendary. So it's going to be bad if we get both of these out. It was my experience in the pre-release. I played against this once or twice. It's kind of a must remove, because whenever it deals combat damage, you draw a card and lose a life. And I guess with 2 of them, we can just like sneak them back and forth. They don't trigger the legend rule on each other. So there's only 5 supported archetypes. A traditional large Magic set has 10, which is each of the 2 color pairs. There are 5 colors in Magic. If you don't know, you can look on the back of the cards to see them. So we have a black-green land. These Foot Ninjas were pretty good for me in sealed. I'm going to put those in. Ice Cream Kitty was good, and we get 3 of those. And this is hybrid mana, so that is fine. We get Dimension X. So blue-green is a supported color pair. White-red is a supported color pair. Let me put in Escape Tunnel. Chrome Dome, and the Turtle Van's definitely going in. Black-green was very popular. I played white-black, and I went 3-1, which is good. So that's why I won 3 packs, because at my local game store, you get a pack for each win at the pre-release. So that's how I got my 9 packs. I got the 6 packs for the sealed and the 9 to open, and then I did some trading with some players after the event. Staying up late, not good when you're an elderly dad like myself. So we got some removal here in white with Make Your Move. There's also some good 2-mana removal spells that I had, but I don't see it. Eastwind Avatar was pretty decent for me. The 4 toughness is not bad. We could go black blue, even though it's not one of the color pairs. So is this retro mutation? So this is kind of removal. Turn something into a turtle, 0/1 turtle. Counterspell, make a mutagen. Is pretty good. I would guess in sealed. I never faced it. I faced somebody who had just like an amazing. My one loss was to somebody who just opened all the blue-red artifact payoffs. Like they were able to play all their rares. So we didn't get any green rares, did we? Well, let's take a hard look at green, because black-green was pretty good. So this is a pump spell. This can kind of be used as a removal in a pinch if you don't have it. This is a 1/2, makes a food, or finds a food in your deck. So if you get, like, this could help us grab the ice cream kitties if we wanted. This is actual removal, Tenderize. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. And in sealed, generally you want to play your bombs and your removal, and then just like some good efficient cards. When this leaves the battlefield, you make a mutagen. So not bad to ninjutsu or I keep saying ninjutsu. Not bad to sneak or to sacrifice. Being able to blow up an artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying is not nothing either. Okay, so I think we're a strong consider here for green. I mean, also just the ability to play a dual land is always good. Let's look at this. Well, we're also saying you can play just 5-color nonsense in this format. This would be the kind of card that would enable that. It comes in, you get to grab a basic land, and then you sacrifice it, gain 3 life, draw a card. Each opponent discards a card. It deals 3 damage to any target, and you put +3/+1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature. Now that's going to cost Wooburg, all 5 colors, +2. But that is kind of a crazy effect. And then we got the Omni Cheese Pizza, which is not bad just for color fixing, and unfortunately to color fix you do lose it, but you've drawn a card. Generally these 2-mana artifact draw cards are pretty good, especially if you have a deck that you just kind of need like 1 or 2 more playables. Just makes it easier to find your big stuff, like Super Shredder. Yeah, so I mean we got 2 rares in here. I guess if we wanted to do slash, let's take a look at red. This is their take on Wingnut. They opted to have Wingnut have a little toy. And flying is generally good. You do have to have a creature come in to get it. This is not bad with aggro. This is great for the artifact deck. A lot of red cards just are really red-blue cards. Yeah, where's our other rares? Guess we put Chrome Dome in. So we could go red or blue. Try to make as many little artifact guys. Got Baxter Stockman here. This card's pretty good. Faced off against that. Man, a 4/4 for 4 with reach and trample and gives you 2 life. That's pretty good too. I think I'm gonna go black green. 1/3 reach at X mana of any one color, where X is Mona Lisa's power. Obviously, you're supposed to put mutagen on her. Tenderize. And a 3/3 for 3 again, just very solid. Not thrilled kind of about our. We have Stomp by the Foot as like our main removal spells. It is instant speed. Otherwise, I think we're just kind of gonna rely on overwhelming opponents. Do we have anything that's good to sacrifice? The Ice Cream Kitty. So we could put an Omni Cheese Pizza. So we can sacrifice that with the Ice Cream Kitty to draw a card. And Punk Frogs is a 4/5 with Ward 3. Might be a consider here. I don't know about these guys. Death Touch is pretty good in sealed. On the other hand, how reliably are we going to trigger Disappear? Possibly not super reliably. One, two brings a food. This is what there's a thing called rectangle theory. So you're getting 2 rectangles for the price of 1. This is like a thing that comes with a token or a rectangle. So yeah, and this also sort of comes with a rectangle. We're pretty good on 2-drops though, because we got all these Ice Cream Kitties. So then it's like Dream Beavers. We do have sneak stuff, so we put that in. The Shredder's Armor was pretty decent when it was played against me. I had it in my pool and I didn't really play it. We sacrifice an artifact too. Sacrifice another non-land permanent. Could be an artifact. So yeah, what if we do that? And then, because we're best of 1, and we are relatively low curve, we just cut the Omni Cheese Pizza. All right, I guess we'd rather have a land than the Omni Cheese Pizza. Just gonna do one more check because there's this thing. I was playing these because I was black-white. I mean, obviously this is great, right? It's 2 rectangles. They're both 1/1 robots. Then you get the Chrome Dome. They're 2/1 robots. So 2 mana for 2 2/1s. And then you can start, when you got 5 mana, you can start making duplicates of them. You know, duplicate this, which makes more robots. The tokens will stick around. This, you know, this you have to sacrifice. We can make duplicates of the Turtle Van. I think this looks pretty good. Zulu Light says, "Are they missing cards? I got on, couldn't see any of the player select turtles." That might be. Are those the Zulu Elite? That's what you're saying. Zulu Elite. Are those the commander cards? I think they might be. Sometimes it takes them 2 weeks to add the commander cards. I will cover that on the channel, but for day 1, I'm just playing what's available. We can take a look at that. If we get a chance to build a Brawl deck, we can take a look at that. So let's start the sealed. 2839. Sealed gameplay. And if you're a Magic player, you can judge how you think the gameplay is here. Opponent goes first. Never great. And we'll just escape tunnel, pass the turn. This allows us to sacrifice it and search up a land. They played 2 white lands but didn't play anything. So we'll make sure we got our green because we got the black with the swamps. Plenty of swamps. Well, let's play the old Tunnel Ratterinos. So next turn, if they've got an artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying, we take it out. want to play the tempo thing, and we got foot ninjas here. So actually we can put in Splinter. This is a good set. We'll see how sneak works. So I'm going to attacks. It's pausing like opponent's got something. So, yeah. After they've declared blocks, you can sneak. But only then. You can't do it after damage. Now they have a Death Toucher down. Splinter can get by the Death Toucher, kind of. That's interesting. Here's something that artifact. We could attack in with the Tunnel Rats, but they'd just block with Raph and Leo. Attack in with Splinter. They could double block. We could get rid of the Squirrelinoids. That'd just be trading Splinter for the Squirrelinoids. They're probably going to block because they're afraid of Sneak, as they should be. Question is it worth it, or do we just play Ice Cream Kitty and Chrome Dome? I think we're just going to play Ice Cream Kitty and Chrome Dome. Just going to make it real hard for them. No attacks. This creature lets them get in extra attacks. There's a 2 rectangles. Wow, they got 5 mana. Alright, we're almost up to fully casting the Foot Ninja mana. We can actually duplicate Ice Cream Kitty if we wanted. I think what we're gonna do though is sacrifice the Tunnel Rats. We can bring that back from the graveyard. Ooh, and we get the Turtle Van. Ooh, boy. Okay. So, now what do we do? I think we just pass, because we don't get the bonus unless the Turtle Van attacks. We do kind of want to get rid of the Squirrelinoids. That can very easily trade. They get Shredder, Unrelenting. They give the 2/2 Death Touch, and they're actually attacking with their Death Touchers. I guess because of the Shredder. No blocks. Oh well, yeah, no blocks. We're happy to take 3. Our turn here. What do we power up? We power up Splinter because it's got Menace. And if they want to trade in the Shredder, they don't trade in the Shredder, we could probably sneak in the Foot Ninjas. They want to no blocks. Oh, they do want to no blocks. Okay, yeah. It's not mana efficient because we have to leave this mana untapped, but we just hit him for 6, gained 3 life. We're back to 20. That'll be a good blocker for Shredder at some point. Okay, they're going to attack with Shredder. Okay, they're going aggro. This is the problem with the Raph and Leo. They're going to get an extra attack. So, they do get to hit us pretty hard. How do we want to do this? We can take out the 2/2. No, block the 3/3. Take out the 2/2. Take 8. Yeah, this is not great. Take 9, actually. Take 10. Take 11. And they're coming back for more. Or not. Okay, well, we can take out the flyer and get Michelangelo down. This has the ability to sacrifice a token to draw, although they don't seem to have green mana. That's just going to keep pumping out flyers, so I think we got to take that out now. And then the question is, I guess we'll take the 4/4 Michelangelo. We have good blockers. I'm going to go no attacks. Opponent's down to 2 cards in hand. We're sitting on, we know, at least 3 life. Ooh, okay. Taking out Splinter. That was buffing our whole board. They're giving Raph. Okay, wait. So how come this didn't get a +1/+1 on counter? A permanent left the battlefield. Oh, under your control. All right, still learning the set. Let's, I guess, give him. Oh, that's Death Touch, though. So do we just 2-for-1 ourselves, or do we let him keep having Raph and Leo? Kind of want to get rid of Raph and Leo. We got a Mutagen. Gain some life, and they can fly us for 1. You still have 2 cards in hand. Can bring back the Tunnel Rats at some point. Uh-oh. Okay. Some kind of mythic. Wow, they just made a huge board. Opponent's getting all their stuff. Still not attacking. Guess I want to get the most blockers on board as I can. It's correct for opponent to just full swing, but let's see. Yeah. They're not crazy. Okay. Well, how'd that get? Does this give it all flying? Oh, geez. Well, I think we're just dead. Could try and block the ground creatures, but we're just dead in the air. Not enough removal. As a free player, what is the best to do? Buy packs or draft? Drafting is usually best. If you're not the best draft player, so if you have a win rate 50% or below, quick draft, I think, is generally recommended. It might be like 52 or 53%. I'd have to check the stats on it. Once you start getting a decent win rate above 50%, then play Premier Draft up to when you hit Platinum. You can play it up to when you hit Gold. It might only be one draft if you're a decent drafter. You can play a couple drafts to get up to Platinum. Then usually once it hits Platinum, it gets a lot harder to win. So then you either want to go over to the traditional draft where it's not ranked, or you just want to like do your quests and play non-draft formats and kind of build up that way. That's my short summary of the way to maximize it, Decker. So yeah, free to play player. I mean, you have a lot of gold. The other thing is if you just want to build decks like Brawl or standard decks and you don't want to spend a lot of time drafting, I personally love draft. I think it's the best way to play Magic. I don't think the Ninja Turtles draft is going to be the best draft though. So, you know, it makes sense to just buy the packs, buy them in groups of 10, because you'll get a bonus pack and you'll build your collection okay that way. You obviously will build it more economically if you do draft. Happy to win 1 or 2 games, Decker says. Yeah. I would do quick drafts if I was you, Decker. Okay, we got a Michelangelo weirdness to 11. Got a quintessential katana. And again, man, this is just like a must remove, right? Because they're probably built their deck around this. It's now a 4/4. Let's go no blocks. I mean, we can put 4 power on the battlefield with the Shredder armor, but then this will just be or we could do Stomp by the Foot. Let's do that. Bye-bye. We'll 2 for 1 ourselves. It's fine. They have protection spell. Oh, come on. Hey, you're welcome, Decker. They do have a protection spell. Holy shnikes. Okay, well, we can probably just scoop this. Opponent got the God Hand. And I mean, if we'd even played Shredder's armor there, they would have gotten us anyway. Okay, well, we can do this, gain some life. Guess we just hope that they can't hit us too many times. Got a flyer. They're down to 1 card. It's looking like a format where it makes a big difference if you go first. Which I hate. That's Magic in this time in place now. We're just going to be dead to the blimp, though. We double block on Michelangelo. Yeah. I won't even wait for opponent to do the math. I've done the math. Well, it looks like Sealed might be going pretty fast. Not doing as well today as I did in the pre-release. As you can see, being able to play your rares makes a big difference. Yeah, Quick Draft is still Lorwyn. You're going to have to wait a week or 2 until they make Quick Draft to Ninja Turtles. The pick 2 draft is generally pretty bad EV. So, you know. Beaver Nightmare. Perfect blocker for us, they got. I mean, we can try to get Splinter in. Yeah, they block it, okay. Well, guess what? Just hard cast it. It's not that much of a discount to sneak it. In fact, it's pretty much no discount. You're never bouncing anything that you can replay. That's less than 1. We don't have Ornithopter in this set. Where's this Ornithopter? They got a Dream Beavers. You get a Dream Beavers. You get a Dream Beavers. Well, look at this. Okay. Here's a Wombo combo. Super Shredder. Already getting buffed by Splinter. And then, look, we can crack that fetch and play a forest. It's like we planned it that way. May as well attack with Splinter. They double block, they double block. And we can sneak something here. Let's see. Like I said, Super Shredder generally just eats removal. Guess we'll get our Michelangelo trigger, though. They really gonna double block? No. Yeah, they figured it out. Okay. So we could have put that in and drawn a card. I like having a 5/5 though for 3 mana. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna block the Filcher, and the reason is they're gonna get a food token if they bounce. They clearly want to bounce it. I mean, I guess the Scry and the extra life is maybe worse, but yeah, okay. They sneak in ninjas. That's pretty good. We've got ninjas. We just need more land. Keep this out, or we're losing the race, aren't we? We'll be winning the race if we can do the ninja thing, though. Let's just see what we draw. I'm gonna block with Splinter either. I might block with Michelangelo though. Let's do this properly. Sneakity. Sneakity snackity. Not hit a land. So yeah, let's now they're facing down a 6/6 Michelangelo. They are in good removal colors, though. Let's see. Oh yeah, Death from Above. More gold up to quick change, yeah. No blocks. Go to 10. Go Dream Beavers. Ooh, Turtle Van. That will be good. That's really good when we're in the advantage. Let's see if they block this. They do. That's fine. We're quite happy to have that off the battlefield. I guess we don't really have anything to play other than Turtle Man, so we may as well. Michelangelo goes back to a 5/5. Bob Lots, what you got? Best not hope I get to sneak my ninjas. Not this freaking thing again. We don't get to lose to this 2 games in a row. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I mean, you guys are getting a good sense of the format. Now we have to draw removal for that. I don't think it matters. We have to draw removal for that. It says reach. I think opponent should just don't get to double up counters though. Yeah. This is much better when you play it on turn 3 and you're on the play. Ah man, this was so good against me. I thought this was really a bomb rare. But when we're behind here. We do have potentially 6 life here in hand. This, unfortunately, is not... Oh, okay, they're going for it. They probably have some kind of trick they can do. Leonardo... Double strike. Yep. Is that lethal, or are we actually surviving this? I think it's 12. I think we're dead. That's damage. Alright, well, just losing to bomb rares. That is the way of the sealed. Very nice for those of you who wanted to see draft, because we're going right on to draft. I have time to play everything, depending on how quickly the draft goes. All right. So, fortunately, did not have a camera on me when I went 3-1 at. Oh, and by the way, Decker. If you're still around, I will put up a link when I get it updated. I do a mastery pass calculator, so you can figure out for yourself whether the mastery pass is worth it. It's worth it to get all this stuff, right? 2,000 gold once you get to level 9, etc. Okay, so let's see. Packs. Got some more turtle packs. Turtle power. Hey, actual turtle power. That's Flash, too. And Northampton Farm. It's another real world location. Leatherhead, Swamp Stalker. Well, where are all these green rares for us to play in our sealed pool? I'd like to have that. Okay. So... Events Premier Draft. And right now, I'm ranked at silver, so our matchup should not be that difficult, Decker. Let's see, when you're lower rank, you can pay with gold. I tend to keep 10,000 gold always, because you can get draft tokens for 9,000 gold. So I try to keep 9,000 to 10,000 gold always. So since my gold is at 13,000, but I do have gems, I'm going to pay this with gems. It's a little arena economy tip for everyone there. And people ready to draft. Q is queuing right up. We are at 54:18 for the start of the draft. Anybody who just clicked over on the time link missed my little tips. So just those of you who've been watching through. Okay, so this is a pack with 2 rares. We got the Raphael Night Watcher, and we got Southwind Avatar. Is it 3/4 death touch? I mean, that seems pretty good. Oh, but this actually, I played against this. This is really a ridiculous card when it goes off. There's also some removal here. Uneasy Alliance is good removal. I'm going to guess that black will be contested. If anybody's playing day one, they probably know black is good. Well, here's Turtle Van. We could give it another shot. See if anything jumps out at us. Grounded for Life is a good piece of removal. This is a fun card. Casey Jones is like 2/1 haste, draw you a card in the artifact deck. I think I'm gonna try to force the artifact deck. Look, we got Turtle Van. We've got Raphael, which is not really an artifact card per se, but you know, making all your artifacts have double strike, your attacking artifacts have double strike. Some kind of artifact aggro seems good to me. See what other colors are open. So there's only, once you commit to red, there's red, blue, and what's the other one? Red, white, I think. Okay, we still got a black rare here. 4/4 trample. Put a +1/+1 counter. You draw X cards, lose X life, where X is the number counters. Okay, I can see why that one's gone, because you can also lose to that very easily. I see a little artifact payoff here. This doesn't commit us to white. The only thing I would take over this is if there's a really good removal. I guess, how good is this removal? It's not a great removal. This bouncer thing is pretty good too. Huh. I think I would take either of these. They're both 3 drops. 2 drops are better. That's an artifact. Okay, I'm going to go with Utrom Scientists. Then we got a Baxter Stockman still in the pack here. As I thought, the artifact deck is probably not as contested. This is blue removal. Again, 4 mana. I'd love to get some of that cheaper removal. Here's another payoff card. Or we just take the those 8 cards. No, this we will get a wheel in this pack. We could try to wheel this. Just make sure we're getting 2 drops here. There's a really nice premium black removal. The other option. Nobody's taken that yet. So we keep black as a possibility. And that was probably unwise, because there's not a red black or blue black deck, I think. Omni Cheese Pizza, there's this. There's just bad blue removal. So we'll take the bad blue removal. There we go. Here's a cheap creature. Here's good white removal. Oh man. All right. It's like people passing to us don't want us to be blue red. I mean, look, that's Uneasy Alliance Death in the Family is not a bad start to a black-white deck. Throw in a Turtle Van. That goes in anything. Anybody else have anybody else play the Turtles pre-release? Want to share their experiences? If you're just joining, I played the Turtles pre-release. I went 3-1. I've opened 9 total packs of play boosters of the Turtles. There are some fun cards for sure. I just think as a Magic set, it's really geared towards like Turtle fans who want to collect and not so much towards players, which is really, I don't know why. I think they could make a set that pleases both. Well, Donatello's pretty good. We also got a nice cheap black removal here with Stomp by the Foot. black is this not contested? Oh, okay, I didn't switch my thing fast enough. Makes mutagens. Foot ninjas. I don't know how good these were. Good in sealed, but I don't know how good they are in draft. We're gonna find out, I guess. And yeah, wow, good black and white removal. Ice cream kitty. It's looking like black is open everyone. I guess people haven't gotten the memo that black is good in this set, or it's supposed to be good. I really wanted to build the blue-red deck. Well, I mean, if they're just going to keep giving us Super Shredder, we barely got to see any Super Shredder. All right, so are we just going black-white, maybe? Let's burn most of our pack one. Guess this will be a test of whether you can do that in this format. Can kind of be hard in some of these. There's another blue-red payoff. Just a solid black 2-drop seems good. But elite could be good. Leonardo. I had 2 of these in my pool. I think there was only one game where I played both of them in the same deck, and of course I drew them both. You haven't heard my rant yet. I don't think they should be doing legendary creatures at common. I think they can make sure there's plenty of turtles without doing that. Hey, look, Northampton Farmhouse is behind us. Oruku Sake. We got a turtle lair. Ninjas or turtles. Whew. Raph and Mikey. 7/7 trample haste. Brings in a creature to attack with them. Tempting. I mean, we got the Squirrelinoids, we got Uneasy Alliance. And the Uneasy Alliance number 2. Here's about mutants, ninjas, or turtles. Okay, there's Northampton Farm. You can kind of save something. That seems much better for sealed or really commander. Dimensional Exile. Again, another 2-mana. And hope to Wheelfoot Headquarters, maybe? Black-white just seems to be open. I don't know what's going on. I'll take it. So this thing I can give stuff flying. The time to pick up our Foot Ninja, or pick up the first Leonardo. Flying does seem good in this format. I think we're going to get more shots at the Foot Ninjas. Okay, here's a mythic. This is, I guess, for commander. Not really super draftable. The skateboard. Taking 2 cards out of opponent's hand could be useful. Swamp Cycling could also be useful. This is a mutant. We'll go with the Swamp Cycling. Here's April O'Neil. I love this. Just 2 mana, you scry 2, and it's hard to block. Jenica. Plain Cycling. There's that everything pizza. For when it's late in the format and you want to do 5-color shenanigans. There's a stomp by the foot, man. Okay. Guess we don't have to be upset that we passed so much nice removal early on. So there's Shredder's Armor. I'm only going to stay away from that. Sectoid Exterminator. I'm going to have to get beat by this card. I'm not really super high on that. I think I'll take Pain 101. Like a protection spell. We can take the Foot Elite. So here's a trick, another trick for you, Decker. When there's something that you have a pack, there's nothing you want, always take the uncommon or the rare, if there's a rare, because it builds up this little vault up here. Where's your vault? This thing. Mine's at 24.8%. When it gets to 100%, you get, and look, we did get the Foot Headquarters back. So that's great. Doubling season. That would be money, money, money if we opened it in a real pack, but now it's not that great. Last Ronin's Technique. Seems good to go wide. I think I can pass the stomp by. I can safely pass the stomp by the foot now, since we're doing pretty good on removal. Okay, I mean 7/5 for 3 mana. We do have to discard card, but possible that would have come back around. I didn't really look very well at the rest of the pack. Okay, wow, Grounded for Life versus Uneasy Alliance. I think I'm gonna take Grounded for Life. Look at the Ice Cream Kitty. Got one of those already. It's kind of impressed with this blimp. Comes with the 2/2, you need to crew it. There's Broadcast Takeover. I'd say we weren't thrilled about anything in that pack. We could have just rare drafted the Broadcast Takeover. And in fact, there was a drafter. I don't think he's still making videos, but there was a guy named Padishar whose whole thing was he just drafted every set to completion. And he would strongly, not every time. Oh, look at that, getting paid off for laying it in so late. Our mythic here, 1/3 sneak. Attacking ninjas have death touch. Yeah, just gonna take that. Oh, and Karai's Technique. Getting paid off. And look, another one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this guy Padishar, he would do traditional drafts, and he wouldn't always take a mythic every time he saw it, but he would strongly take mythics because those are the hardest ones if you're trying to draft to set completion. And he would just pile up the packs from his winnings and not open them until later because you have duplicate protection. So he had sort of a calculation of like, once I've got X rares and mythics already, if I open X packs, I should be good to go. Okay, 2/4 or a 3 mana 2/4. 4 mana lifelink. So now we have 23 cards plus 2 lands. So everything from here on out, we're looking to just improve. Anchovy and Banana Pizza. I love this card. It's probably Don't need it in this deck because look at all the cheap removal we've got. Unless we get some, look at the other cheap removal. This actually destroys artifacts and enchantments. I think we're going to take that over Grounded for Life. Maybe we cut a Dark Leo and Shredder? Is that crazy? They'll probably eat removal. And they can sneak each other. Like April O'Neil. Let's put all our removal in a pile here. So we don't need Pain 101. That's a possible cut. But so much good cheap removal. And we can take a Escape Tunnel. Another Foot Mystic. I'm not going to play two of those. Might cut a Stomp by the Foot. I guess. Did I word that? Okay, Foot Mystics you can pick up late. Alright, we got a triple mythic deck here. Dark Leo and Shredder. 11. Do we get rid of Bebop and Rocksteady? Because you do have to sacrifice a permanent. I kind of want to play him, though, and just see how it is. Alright, so... Stomp by the Foot. Pain 101. I mean, we do have some good cards we would like to have come back. Definitely don't need all these 3-drops. We got Leonardo, Big Brother... Roku, Foot Elite, Karai's Technique is also removal. Bebop and Turtle Van. And I think we maybe cut Leonardo Big Brother. Like there's works nicely with some other stuff. We'll cut Anchovy and Banana Pizza. Because that's really for when you've got food or artifact synergies, which it doesn't look like we do. That's more removal there. I mean, I guess we can cut one Uneasy Alliance, one Stomp by the Foot. Probably actually trim down. Well, these are like 2 mana removals. As long as it's targeting a tapped creature. Then we don't even lose Pain 101 if we do that. And that's still 17 lands. This is probably a 16 land deck. But we could say Turtle Lair doesn't really count as a full land. It doesn't give us a color. We have 2 essentially tapped dual lands here. And Escape Tunnel combos nicely with Super Shredder, as we saw in Sealed. Still probably play it turn 1 if we can. Okay, so 111 was the build and 113.41 is the gameplay. Alright. Super land heavy, but we can remove stuff for days. Days and days. Rat King. How about no Rat King? And we took out removal. Well, let's hope we have enough threats. Get through our opponent's removal. They plane cycle. Interesting. Okay, so 3-color deck. I think got just the no creatures draw. Opponent seems kind of similar though. The neutrinos. Legendary creature Elf Rebel. Exile one target creature you own, return to battlefield. Tapped and attacking. Okay. Well, I mean, we can straight up remove it here. I guess we can wait until we see what they play, if there's something they want to try to blink. Exile itself. Now it's exiled. That's just going to build up. I guess we'll take that out as well. Alright. Well, oh. Now I get Super Shredder. Great. Well, if they've got any removal they've been holding back. At least we've got this. Let's hope their removal is not exile based. So mountain cycling. The exile Mouser attack. Create a 1/1 robot artifact creature token. Okay. They can't block. So there is that. For Shredder, very unimpressive though. 1 mana or 2 mana 1/1. Old Hob. That's going to make a 2/2. On the other hand, that 2/2 is going to grow my Super Shredder. Let's see. I think I'd let him make it. Good damage to grow the Super Shred. Now I'll remove it. It's like the same sneak cost as this, but we'll get a Shredder trigger. Kind of advertising I pain 1/1, but it's also first day of the format. People will be like, what is he holding up? I mean, removing Shredder would kind of hurt now because they'll lose the counters. Vase, the Eternal Taskmaster. Yeah, I thought about making Super Shredder sort of the no trade. I'll be happy to trade. Throw my Super Shred. Thinking about making Super Shredder sort of the art for this. I guess I should have done. I guarantee I was going to be playing it every event here. Okay. They still don't really have blocks. Oh, and Super Shredder. Go to 8. So they may have something that puts counters on something. I'm almost inclined not to block at all. So let him draw a card. Let's just see. Put ninjas, okay. They hit us for 5 and they deal, and they gain 3 life. Not bad. Our Super Shredder is up to a 7/7 though now. Eight 8 now. And rhinos you control have menace. No, these are rhinos. We'll go to 2. Super Shredder grows ever bigger. Let's see what they got. Could hard cast another Foot Ninja. That would put them at 5. That wouldn't really do it. This is lifelink, so to cast that, pseudo 4 life. Here we come. Pain 101, sure. That would be the ball game.
That was remarkable. I'm still just running that sequence through my mind. It happened really quickly. Nothing matches that. I can hardly believe it.
Up against Felipe, the Felipe. We could try to bebop and rocksteady and just go nuts, sacrifice everything. I got Super Shredder on turn 2. Felipe, are you there?
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
Hello, Felipe. All right. Well, while we wait for Felipe to pick up the phone, oh, here we go. I'm gonna say, tell me what you think of Super Shredder now that we've seen it in action. Is it as good as the hype? It's a black-white deck. Not gonna eat removal? Yeah. Okay. And Karai's technique would have been fantastic. Use this to get it back. Like we're up against another fast deck with lots of removal. And they got to go first this time, so we'll see. Anything good? We got Bebop also. So they're going to Dimensional Exile that. Not great, Bob. Alright, well, let's just Bebop and rock steady. They actually spent removal on it. Okay. Well, we could stop drawing lands. That would be great. We have some nice removal. I'm not sure I want to spend it on some 1/1s. I'll have to if these 1/1s go the distance. Yeah, I'm just gonna minus this. We got yet another piece of removal. That does exile, yeah. We are turbo flooding here. Great if we had a way to sacrifice that. But we don't. I mean, we could exile it ourselves. No. Alright, I guess we're gonna exile this little guy. Hate to do it, but we need to keep the clock slow enough. They still got 3 cards. I unfortunately just drew a lot of lands. Hope their next piece of removal is something we can use Pain 101 on. I guess we'll get rid of a ninja before a robot. But Mystic, okay. Hey, Turtle Van. Might be good one day. Attacking with 1/1s? Huh. Ninjutsu? Okay, sneak. Yep. Let's bring something back to the battlefield. Then bring back the flyer. Not great, Bob. Exile that son of a gun. So I could chump block something with this. Got 5. No. Might be way too aggro. I don't know. They got so much removal in their deck. Okay, I guess we'll sacrifice this while we got the chance. Draw me something good. That's not it. We still theoretically survive as long as the opponent draws nothing. Oh. Okay, they do not attack. And let's make an instant board here. And the question is, should I cash one of these guys in, the Ice Cream Kitty, or should I even just cash in the Turtle Man? I guess not. They got 4 attackers, we got 4 blockers. Creature or token. All right. Turbo flooding here. I think they've got us if they attack. Let's see. Pass to blockers. There. There. Kind of want to get rid of that 4/3 though, don't we? Grab me something good, April. I mean, that is a better creature. So I could cash in the token for it. I don't have enough blockers. I guess we just gotta hope they draw nothing. Okay, good. They drew nothing. They can just replay and get another trigger here. Okay. Well. Get that off the battlefield. Darn it. Thought they wouldn't block there. I mean, the prehistoric pet plus the mighty mutanimals kind of just keeps going. Nice little engine. What do we draw? Ninja? No, it's a mutant rebel. Okay. That's a ninja. Have to respect this card. Even though we know it's a land. Yeah, they're just gonna keep outvaluing us here. Should probably have conceded this game 20 minutes ago. One blocker, gains one. Dimensional Exile. Take out the mutanimals, but I think we're just cooked. They all attack. Let's hover the concede. Yeah, you got us. Good game. Any analysis from the peanut gallery? Is there a way I could have played that? I guess I could have let them keep attacking with their robot guy another turn or two and held back that removal. I don't know. How was I to know I was just going to draw lands? We held out pretty good. Maybe there weren't any outs to play to at a certain point. The only calculation was how fast we could have given up. We're playing first, and we do have the double Dark Leos. Not great, but maybe that makes us lead with this rather than I was going to put out Ice Cream Kitty first. But if they're probably going to eat removal, we may as well get it down. Hey, if it doesn't, we've got a Rokusaki. Another black-white deck. Foot Elite. If they block. They do not block. Kind of inclined to play this. Draw a card. Unfortunately, that does not get rid of Foot Elite. They have the Mutanimals. Alright, I guess Mutanimals are a high pick here. So can play this, do Death Touch. They probably still block with the mutant. Don't think there's, just kind of have to play off. Do both. So +3/+3 to you, -3/-3 to you. Attack you for 6. Would you like to chump it or take it? Yep, we're taking it. We do lose a life. Then next turn. Add to the board. Five going to 11. Attempt to sneak. They still block with the 2/2 though. We'll just hold up Pain 101 and make your move. You're gonna make something indestructible, but that's how it goes. Tell you, these things that come down and make a 2/2. Are they a real problem, or is it just because we're not going first, and this is a who goes first format? I want to know. Duck Star. Kind of fine. Kind of annoying. We're gonna make Janika destructible. How do we not lose here? Can Ice Cream Kitty try and gain some life next turn? That attacks. We have to discard something. Trade. We take 2 and 2. Alright, just gotta hope they got nothing. Looking like they got something. Are they just doing the math? Oh yeah. I guess we lose. Alright. Alright, let's hope we're on the play with our Super Shredder this time. I hope you guys are getting a sense of how the turtle stuff plays out. I think we've hit some bad variants. Not normally, I think we can keep this. April O'Neil will scry us to black mana, hopefully. That's another reason I love this card. Ninja April. Prehistoric pet. And we are looking for swamps here. No swamp. Opponent has black. Hey, we found the swamp. Get rid of that. Turtle there. That's the turn. We can probably remove whatever they keep saying ninjutsu, whatever they sneak in. A mighty mutimals. Okay. Card is darn good. I think I won't cycle you up. Maybe gonna regret that. You find the land, but it's not untapped. Take out the mutimals. Unmutable, thank you. Okay, good. Yeah, keep putting it on the mutimals. Love it. Take 2, go to 17. Alright. I get to scry though. Man, is this guy good? Scry is nice. Every once in a while, scry. Alright, our question is, do we add to the board? They got 1 card left in hand. They can fly us for 2. I think we'll add to the board. We can stomp by the foot that later. Cloning of Shredder. Mutables, sure. Buff up the flyer. Now Stomp by the Foot doesn't remove it. Regretting this a little bit. Oh wait, so they get to create a token that's a copy of a card exiled with the saga. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. Let's mess it up. How much does this cost? It is 6 mana. We're just going out to, and they had their last card was something that could protect them. Okay. Well, I'm about to Rage Scoop. I think. What chat? Should I just Rage Scoop? We're not winning this. The meta seems to be get as many of these things that make mutamals. Of course, when I draft the deck, I'm only going to get 3 lands. Guarantee you. They're just cracking food for fun. Oh, just for the scry, I see. Well, look at that. Foot headquarters. But a 5 life, not going to do it. That is it. Well, I didn't plan this, honestly. I try to keep an open mind about the turtle sets, about the Universes Beyond sets. I think Avatar was fantastic. Final Fantasy was very good. Spider-Man was disappointing. Ninja Turtles, I've been disappointed just with the gameplay. There's some good cards. Not all bad. I don't hate Ninja Turtles. I don't think they needed to do legendary commons. We didn't really get to see that be that. We actually had our 2 mythics was relevant. So we had those both in hand. Yeah, so that's Magic in the year of our Lord Richard Garfield 2026. Sometimes you hit some bad variants and spend all your gems and do not get very many wins. But hopefully you guys all got a sense of what this is about. I do have to go pick up my kids. So, well, what should we do? Should we do a little brawling? A little sad brawling? I guess I'll do that. 153, 55 brawl. Okay. Let's pick out a turtle to make a brawl deck around. And we'll do not collected. Type turtle. So these are all the ones we have. Look, you can do this one, honestly, Raphael. Whenever another creature you control enters, it deals 1 damage to target opponent. In Brawl, in Commander, just hitting 1 opponent is not great. But in Brawl, you only have the 1 opponent. And this just building up whenever you play an artifact. Raphael. Maybe we were supposed to, we got Dark Leo and Shredder. Leonardo Sewer Samurai. So, okay, yeah, so here are the character select ones. So they're on Arena, but it might not let us play with them until... They need to put like a thing. You can't play with them until a certain time. If we were to do a character select, which one would we do? There's also Heroes in a Half Shell. This will just let us play all the turtles. But the question is, are we allowed to play all the turtles yet? Well, we may as well build it. One of every turtle. Even the Aegis turtle. Armored World turtle. No. Not digging that deep for turtles. Question is, I don't... Oh, I do have 12 mythics. We might be able to craft this whole deck. What we've got. Guess we'll play the Donnie. Probably gonna have a... Here's a Turtle Ninja. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it didn't die, scry 1. Enters tap, though. Kind of seems bad. Kappa Cannoneer, on the other hand, is a very good turtle. Dara, we'll put that in. Turtle Duck, I don't know. Kappa Tech Wrecker for sure. Blossoming Tortoise, yeah. Fecund Green Shell. This Fecund Green Shell. We can control 10 or more lands. His reach. Let's kind of make this a ramp deck. I guess that would fit in. Looks like we've got a alchemy thing that makes a rabbit. Oh, the tortoise and the hare. That's clever. They should have done that as a real card. Ancient Adamantoise, nah. Pride of the Hulklade, nah. Steelmane Hydra, potentially. Not expensive, though. Lion Turtle. With the Quandrix Cultivator. Fossil Sky Turtle. Not going to have a lot of room for, what is this? If an opponent controls more lands than you, make a treasure token. You can actually run that. It's a turtle. Let's change the name to Brawl Heroes in Half Shell. Getting a little insight into my Brawl deck building method. In this case, I mean, it's kind of a no-brain. Heroes in Half Shell. Let's see, actually, are we... That's 9 mythic rares, so we're not going to be able to do all the mythics. Oh, no, we are. We have 12 mythics. All right. There's some other good turtle mythics I probably wouldn't want to craft, but I'll do this for you guys. Definitely want Arcane Signet in there. Command Tower. I think we just need all the good green ramp. Color, green, Oracle text, search, and land. Farseek, into the north. Rampant growth. Shared roots. Cultivate, cycle of renewal. Just get them all in here. Arrow. Heaped harvest. Lumbering world wagon. Because the other thing is mutants or ninjas too. Let's look up and see if there's any cool ninjas. Splinter. Or Super Shredder. Got to put our Super Shredder in there. Chrome Dome, nah. Dinosaur Ninja. Thinking more like, you know, Moon Circuit Hacker. Moonblade Shinobi. There's like some classic ninjas. I think there's actually, let's go to the gold section. Yeah, we do have Yuriko the Tiger Shadow on here. And Ingenious Infiltrator. Want to get that one in there. Satoru Umezawa. It only cares about ninjutsu. Silver for Master at least will buff ninjas. So Sneak is actually a cast trigger, so it does not work with this Satoru. Which is crazy, because this is in standard. It didn't work it out that way. Double triggering ninjas with Splinter sounds good. Bring something back from the graveyard sounds good. Oh, we're at 100 cards. Rang and Shredda. Alright. We're going to see if this will let us queue up with it. We need gold lands. And first we need is the fetch lands. Our most popular color. Probably want plenty of green. It's got us with 10 forests. Yeah, so green, 21 cards, followed by blue, followed by white and red. Surprisingly black, not, I think with all those ninjas we put in. So, I guess we'll do white and red. Do all the non-black fetch lands. Do Fabled Passage. get the tri-land with our most popular 3 colors, which was what? Green, white, and that was kind of a tie, wasn't it? I guess we could do the green, white surveil land. What was green, white? Did we pass it? Yeah, let's do green, white. Want Temple Garden. And it's like a ninjutsu land. Put that in for fun. World Tree is always good to have in these decks. Oh yeah, so green, white, blue, and green, white, red. Sorry about black, but we're gonna get there. So green, blue. Definitely get a breeding pool in there. Green, black. Definitely get overgrown tomb in there. Green, red. Definitely want to find stomping ground. And then like the white, blue, Hallowed Fountain, white, red, Sacred Foundry, blue, red, steam vents, and we can go down to 1 swamp, I guess. Could also do these Verge lands. I think the Verges is going to be good for us. They work very nicely with all our fetching. Let's just put in all the Verges. That gets us down to 2 swamps. Only 1 forest? Okay, well, we definitely want to go up more forests. You don't want to get it so that you like don't have enough lands to fetch. So what is that? 9 lands to fetch? We could trim down something. Be a Sunbillow Verge. Make sure we got a plains to fetch. Got rid of the plains. Okay. No, 0 interaction turtle deck. I'll export this and put it up. I don't think it's gonna let us play it, but we'll find out. We'll find out if the character selects are allowed. So find match. Brawl. Heroes in a half shell. Will it let us play it? Heroes in a half shell. Let us play it. It does. Okay. So it looks like the Commander Turtles are available. Day 1. Doesn't always happen with sets, but there we go. If you are a Turtle fan, you can come on and you can build this exact deck. And while we're waiting to get matched up here, I'll go ahead and throw it up on my box field. New deck. Brawly Brawl. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power. Like it won't let us add heroes in a half shell. There we go. Saying it's illegal, but they're legal. We're able to play. We can play Taka and Razor. Razor. I think it's pronounced Razor. It's been a long time since I followed any turtle stuff. You better believe when I was a kid, I was watching that show every day after school. It would have been in like first grade, second grade. The hot show. Okay, and we don't hit a land drop. We possibly should have mulliganed this hand. Opponent's like not even responding here. You have something, opponent? None of these guys cycle or anything. Hey, bye. Yeah, we're just gonna lose. The hey bye deck. I mean, guess we'll get blue. Got a lot of blue here. Still can't do anything. But you all get the point. I gotta go. I gotta pick up some kids from school. It's been a pleasure playing with you all. Leave your comments about the set, about my terrible... terrible. Was my gameplay terrible or was it unlucky? I would love to know your opinion. It's possible it was quite terrible today. My mind has been on other deck building lately and not so much on the turtle set. Anyways, I've been Manadad reminding you Magic is a game. So fun.